guns. There are several games where there's guns that just aren't used because there's something better. And you never see people use that gun because in every way something else is better. Meaning if you work to get this gun or have this gun, your accomplishment is not an accomplishment at all. Comp's worth fighting. And I gotta tell you, there's so many monsters that I played against and I beat, and I was like, well, who cares? I mean, all you had to do was trick it to go in this corner, or trick it by doing this one thing, or use this one move, and it can't get out of it. And, well, you win. Your accomplishment doesn't feel great to anyone, even yourself. This one right here. Cool rewards. Very often, any quest or whatever, your reward, you get nothing out of it. You get no stuff out of it. You don't even get any sense of accomplishment. I mean, and on top of that, maybe you didn't even have fun doing it. Now, if you had fun doing it and there's no reward, your reward at least was that it was fun. That's okay, but there should be accomplishments in the game. Not all of them, but they should be great. There should be great and meaningful ones. And a lot of times that means there's some cool reward. Whether the reward is the accomplishment itself because you did something that nobody else did. That should be possible in the game. Or at least close to possible. It should seem that way. It definitely shouldn't seem that a lot of people have already done it. Which makes it, trying to do it, who cares? I mean, your motivation really dies if there's not good accomplishments. The last thing about this, good goals in the game. Now, goals are often, hey, I should get the highest level. That's my goal. And a lot of people just like leveling, which is fine until, hey, you can't level anymore. Oh no, I've reached my goal, game over. Let me just replay again and get another character thing all the way up to high levels. And it's kind of, the accomplishment seems meaningless. I mean, the only fun you have in the game is working towards that accomplishment, but then it means nothing and you don't get anything out of it. Which is fine if you're only intending to play the game once. If you want to continue playing it, it seems more and more pointless. And one of the things that keep coming up is talk about endgame stuff. I don't like endgame stuff. I don't even like the phrase endgame. If the game is over, why are you still playing? You see, that's why I don't like endgame shit. So usually you have to, shouldn't have an end to the game unless you actually play the game over and over and over again, like Magic the Gathering, things like that. But then it's different every time, and it's quite unique each time instead of the same stuff over and over. I mean, there are tricks out there to get the top level in a game in only a week, simply because nothing has changed. Like in World of Warcraft, you can get, the max level of this class in, just a couple weeks by following these steps. Why do they know these steps? Because everything's the same. It'd be different if everything was different each time through. Hell, that'd be a lot more fun. But hell no, they don't do that. It'd be nice if they did. So one of the best things to do to keep people from just playing it over and over and over again, if you want something that's just a forever play, you're not just starting over and over again to make it fun, you have to get rid of things like a goal of just getting the highest level. Unless you have no level cap, but even then, that's hard to do. Your goal should be something like to get stuff to better serve your purpose. Like conquering or dragon slaying, or gladiating, or princess saving, or whatever. That's imaginative and content. But I'm saying in order to avoid just them going over and over in the same game, have stuff they can do over and over in here. So what they're working towards is the fun stuff of the accomplishment. Now, oftentimes with endgame, this is like endgame stuff, but not really. With endgame stuff, you're working to get some cool reward. Why are you trying to get that cool staff or weapon or whatever? Well, it's to get more cool weapons or stuff again. Why are you trying to get that? Well, to get more. It's like, and eventually you're going, I really don't care. You see this endless loop in front of you, and you go, I don't want to play anymore. So what getting stuff shouldn't be to get more stuff. It should be, I want this because it can help me towards my goal of whatever it is in the game that's fun for you. And there should be many different things. It's like, I need this because it'll help me with this strategy, or I need this because it'll help me accomplish this quest, or do this goal, or help me get to this position, or have this ability. And why do you have that? Well, it'll help me have more fun playing this, or it'll help me have more fun, or open up more possibilities of other quests or other fun things I can do. Bottom line is, it shouldn't seem from starting point that it's just an endless loop of crap that you're going to have to do. Because you're not really changing much. There's no change. It's just, I'm doing this over and over and over again. I'm playing this over and over and over again. And I'm not growing in any way. It shouldn't have that, because that would make it boring. And it would make it seem like your accomplishments are not there. They're meaningless. And if a person thinks it's meaningless, they're not going to play the game. They're just not. There'd be absolutely no sense of fun there at all. Alright, the final, number 7. Good community. I saved this one for last because it's easiest to explain, but hardest, really hard to implement sometimes. For instance, you can't just make a community that's all of a sudden associated with your game. But what you can do, and a lot of games seem to not do, is not provide any tools for this community to really breathe and grow and have fun with your game. And there are a lot of games out there that are alive, largely in part because of all the community tools